In a kingdom where fear ruled every night, one girl dared to defy the darkness. The NightBeast, a creature feared by all, a monster no night could defeat. But one brave girl chose to face it alone. It's a story about that girl who faced NightBeast and became savior of the village. Lyra and the curse of the NightBeast. In a faraway kingdom, where dense forests stretched for miles and mountains touched the sky, lived a brave girl named Lyra. She was no ordinary child. While other girls in her village spent their time learning to weave or tend to gardens, Lyra was always out exploring, climbing trees, or venturing deep into the forest. Her mother often warned her,
"The world is filled with dangers, Lyra. You must be careful."
but Lyra would only smile and say,
"Fear makes people small, Mother. I want to be big."
One day, a dark shadow fell over the kingdom. A creature, known as the NightBeast, began to terrorize the villages. It was said to rise from the forest every night, with eyes like burning coals and claws that could tear through stone. The villagers were gripped by fear. No one dared go out after dark, and even during the day, they lived in constant terror, knowing the NightBeast could strike at any time. The king sent his bravest knights to hunt the creature, but none returned. Each night, the beast grew bolder, moving closer to the heart of the kingdom. Lyra's village was small and remote, but they knew it was only a matter of time before the NightBeast reached them. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Lyra overheard the village elders talking. They were planning to abandon the village and seek refuge in the castle. But Lyra's heart burned with resolve. She knew she couldn't let fear drive them from their homes.
I'll face the NightBeast,
Declared, stepping forward. The elders looked at her in disbelief.
You are just a girl.
One of them scoffed.
What can you do against such creature?
But Lyra stood tall, her eyes filled with determination.
I may be just a girl, but I am not afraid. I will find a way to stop it.
Despite their protests, Lyra packed a small bag with some food, a dagger her father had given her, and a cloak. With a final glance at her village, she set off into the forest. The night was dark, and the trees seemed to whisper warnings, but Lyra pushed on. She followed the path the knights had taken, deeper and deeper into the woods. Hours passed, and the cold began to seep into her bones, but she never faltered. As she climbed a steep hill, Lyra saw a cave glowing with an eerie light. She knew this must be the NightBeast's lair. Steeling herself, she drew her dagger and crept forward. Inside the cave, the NightBeast lay curled in a massive heap, its black fur shimmering in the dim light. It was even more fearsome than the stories had told. But as Lyra watched, she noticed something strange. The beast's eyes, though fiery, were filled not with malice but with pain. Lyra realized then that the creature wasn't terrorizing the villages out of cruelty. It was suffering. And that suffering had turned it into something monstrous. Summoning all her courage, Lyra stepped into the cave. The NightBeast's eyes snapped open, and it let out a low growl, rising to its feet. But Lyra did not run. She stood her ground.
I know you are in pain.
She said, her voice steady despite the fear that gripped her heart.
I am not here to hurt you. I want to help.
The NightBeast hesitated, as if confused by her words. Lyra took a step closer, holding her hand out.
Let me see what's causing you this pain.
To her amazement, the NightBeast did not attack. It lowered its massive head, allowing Lyra to approach. As she examined the creature, she saw what was causing its suffering. A large thorn, as thick as her arm, was lodged deep in its side. It must have been there for years, festering and causing the beast unbearable agony. Lyra took a deep breath and gripped the thorn. With a swift, strong pull, she yanked it free. The NightBeast let out a roar that shook the ground, but as the thorn came loose, its eyes softened. The fiery glow began to fade, and the creature's form began to shift. Before Lyra's eyes, the NightBeast transformed. Its monstrous features melted away, revealing a tall, elegant creature with dark fur and eyes that sparkled like stars. It was not a beast, but a guardian of the forest, cursed by an ancient magic.
Thank you.
The guardian said, its voice soft and full of gratitude.
You have freed me from the curse that bound me.
Lyra smiled, her heart swelling with pride.
It was never your fault. You were in pain.
The guardian nodded.
Your bravery and kindness have saved not just me, but your kingdom. The curse is lifted, and the darkness will no longer plague your people.
With that, the guardian bowed to her before disappearing into the forest. leaving Lyra standing in the now peaceful cave. When she returned to the village, the people were astonished to see her alive and well. Word quickly spread of her bravery, and soon the entire kingdom knew of the girl who had faced the NightBeast and saved them all. But Lyra didn't care for the praise or glory. She was just happy that her village was safe and that fear had not won. As she always said, fear makes people small, but courage makes them mighty. And she had proven that even the bravest knights could not match the heart of a girl who refused to be afraid.